One thing about going into entrepreneurship is how many customers do you have? I don't have customers. So why are you picking loan? What is the guaranteed? So anytime you come to me, I want to do this, the ideas, I say, how many customers do you have? Actually, Mr. Inus, I don't have any customers. Then what you need is start small to build your customers. The reason why Apple computers can invest 7 billion into their business, in fact, before they come out with a product, customers come to sleep waiting for the next day to pick it. So if they put that money, within some short period of time, they will make their money. Where are your customers? Currently, most of people my customers that call me, they call me on 3 areas: motivation, relationship, and finance. So I have no business in investing my money in anything. These are my customers. And any money I invest where I have customers, I yield the money back. Now, the first principle of investing money is never lose the capital. Any business you enter, ask yourself, how long would it take for me to get back the capital? Now, if you're able to retrieve the capital, then the next is profit. But a lot of people invest into business thinking of big profit. Now they'll lose their capital. It will just cripple you totally. People buy you before they buy your product.
Exactly.
The confidence behind the product. When you read the books by Simon Sinek about Start With Why, normally people buy you before they buy your product. The person behind the product, the energy behind that product is very important. Now, those who lack ideas, believe in their product. Let me tell you something. There are people that are selling stupid things online
they are making money. Yeah, because of the belief in.
Good.
Yeah.
So that product you have, trust me, stop thinking people are already doing it. You have your niche, you have your market. There are some people, nobody can touch them except me. And today, people don't really care about certificate. It's, can you solve my problem? It's about problem solving. Yeah. I have a need. Can you solve it? Because there are people who are certified and they can't even solve it. Today, people have big certificate, and when you interview them, you realize they have issues. So even now, even what is on your certificate sometimes does not even correspond with the individual. You can cheat. You can give it to somebody to write it for you. So people want to know, can you demonstrate value? Can you demonstrate your value? And another thing I love so much, there was a time I was doubting my product. Then I heard Zig Ziglar. He said that if you know your product can solve a problem and you are afraid and you keep it, you are a waste to mankind. In fact, you are a failure to mankind. If you know what you have can solve people's problem, but just because you are afraid, you have low self-esteem, you just keep it, and people are suffering. You've not helped the mankind, humanity. Then I just got up. I started going to school, start speaking, and I was shocked. One day, one child just looked at me and said, "Mr. You've saved my life." I said, "What do you mean?" That your story from broken home, elder drunkard, junior weed smoker, you are not. That I always thought I won't have a future. But just seeing you with that day, I said, wow. So sometimes you are doing look, Les Brown changed my life and he doesn't even know me. Sometimes your product or service will help people which you don't even know. That is why God said yours is to just do your part. The rest, leave it to God. There was a time Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was getting depressed. God told him, yours is to share your message. Just share the message. Changing humans is up to God. But if you don't share, how can they be changed? So our part is to share that thing we want. And my also thing is that people are afraid of failure, fear of failure. What do you have to lose? Were you already having customers? So if you bring it to the marketplace and they don't get it, like this particular lady, I gave the price and she momoed the money. If she had said no, was I already having her? But if I had not made that known, would I have gotten the money? So that's my problem with people. You are already not having anything. So what do you have to lose? Don't let your fear, and now fear is from Satan. Fear is not from God. Fear is from Satan. What God provides us is faith. Believe. Have faith in God. Just clarify your heart. Is it clean? Is it out of love? Then go on. Definitely, there will be people that will attack you. There will be people that will criticize you. It's first I used to try to convince them. Now, anything somebody will come and I'll say, thank you. You are right. If it's working for you, that's okay by me. But I won't let you stop me. There was a day I posted a message. The guy said that you need to be adding sounds. So I started adding sounds. Another guy quoted a scripture that Hadith number 1 said we shouldn't add sound. I became confused. Then I heard my mentor that look, if you listen to what people are saying, just do you. Just do you. So now I just do me. If you don't like it, go for those who don't add sounds. If you don't like it, go for those who add sounds. And leave me and my people. So now I don't let what you say, no, it doesn't affect you. Because everything you do, people will talk. That's why I like Mr. Ibu and his son, that movie. He kept the boy on the bicycle pushing. They say, Mr. Ibu, you are very foolish. Instead of you to ride, you let this boy. So he dropped the guy, he's now riding. Said, but Mr. Ibu, you are wicked. Instead of you to let that boy ride, you are. So he became confused. So I would advise everybody, have faith in your product because people buy you before they buy. But it all boils down with your self-esteem. So everybody who has low self-esteem, I'll advise you to join my program. I'll take you through. We can do 6 weeks as a program. We can do 3 months as a program. We can do 1 week or 2 weeks. It depends how you want it to be. I'll let you know the cost involved. I'll take you through your self-esteem. Anybody in relationship problem too, you need help. I have a program for that. I'll just walk you through, help you to go through that. And if you are facing financial problem and you don't know what will be your niche, you don't know you must have a product or service. Aside from praying and fasting, other than that, you'll be a beggar. And also learn how to sell. Learn how to sell. A lot of people think sellers are school dropout. Show me a successful person you know who is not a seller. Aliko Dangote, is he a seller or a buyer? Aliko Dangote sells product. Bill Gates is a seller. Every rich person we know are sellers. But in our part of the world, we undermine people that sells. Selling is meeting people's needs. You are not convincing anybody. You have a need. I brought it to you, solve your need. You exchange it for money. That money you give me, there are 2 things: to help me sustain that business and to expand the business. Because that problem I'm solving in Tamale, there are people in Accra who needs it. There are people in Takoradi who needs it. Now it takes resources to expand it. So that money you gives me is to help me sustain that business and to expand to reach as many people. But if you are not willing to have a product or service and you only pray and fast, then you just depend on favor. Somebody will just pass and say. So that's why some has to even become security for political people. So he's a security, so he's a boy for political people. Now I learned that some of these DC in their house, you see the youth are organized there. They take tea in the morning. These are favor, and you cannot be rich with that. Come out with a product or service. And how do you do that? You need to identify who you are, what you are capable of. You have to go and learn a skill. You have to learn more wisdom. You have to read books. You have to listen to good mentors. These are the things that will feed your spirit. You believe in yourself, then you come out with something. So with the product or service, once you come out with a product or service, the next is you market the product and the service. You market it. You identify your targets and market it to them. And when you start marketing, you start making money small. Reinvest into the business. But that is if you had something to cover your needs. The sad thing to do business is when you don't have nothing to take care of your needs and you are doing business. Then definitely the money you get from the business, you move it into your needs. So I always encourage, have a job